Take 3. Hey y'all, my name is Tracy. My channel's I Love Loopy's Crochet and Treasures. I live in Alabama, and it's been pretty nice here today. It was raining and storming a little bit this morning, but it's the sun's out now. But I wanted to get on and see how everybody's doing, and see how y'all are all coping with everything that's going on. It's a little depressing and everything. It's getting kind of, it's been scary for a while, but I think we got a few cases of it in our county now, and so it's getting really close to home. We don't know who it is in the county, but I think it was 3 that they diagnosed with it. What really scares me about the situation is uh, people that are getting it in the hospitals not being able to have enough beds and enough equipment and enough stuff to take care of people. They say it causes a lot of trouble with your breathing, and that's a little scary because I know what it's like to struggle to breathe because I got sick. I think it was in 2014. It might have been might have been might have been 16. Anyway, I got sick really bad, and I like to laid in the bed and died, but I was in the bed for a couple of days with real high fever and being sick and everything. And um, my husband was trying to get me to get up and go to the hospital, and I was too sick. I was too sick to even get out of the bed. But they just kept on and kept on and kept on until I got up, but it was hard. I couldn't even hardly stand. And but he got me to the car and he got me to the hospital nearby, and at the emergency room, and then they had to transport me to Birmingham, Alabama, to the hospital over there. And I was put in ICU with real bad pneumonia. It wasn't like the regular types of pneumonia. They called it neurotic pneumonia, necrotic or something. Anyway, it eats at your lungs. And they told me if I had waited any longer, I probably wouldn't have made it. So that was scary. And I had to come home on oxygen. And so it's scary when you can't breathe. And the doctors there told me I would be on oxygen for the rest of my life, but thanks and praise the dear Lord Jesus that I'm not. And with the Lord, anything is possible. And so, anyway, it's scared not to be able to breathe. And, are they going to have enough? What do people have to be put on respirators and things? It's just really scary, and but I don't want to get on here and be all doom and gloomy, but because I know that we're all be glad when this is over with. And I just pray for everybody out there that um, if they get it, that the Lord will touch them and heal them, and they'll be okay. And I pray the ones that haven't got it don't get it. And we just have to try to, stay inside and do our part and keep our distance from people because you don't know who's had it. And if you're around somebody, they've been around somebody and you don't know who they've been around. And it's just, you just got to just not be around anybody. But bless my husband, he still has to go to work because his job's, he has to. And but when he comes home, he gets his shower and changes his clothes and everything and sanitizes his hands and all that stuff. And then my youngest daughter, her and her daughter live with us, and she works at a funeral home. She's a florist mainly, but she does other stuff too. And so I don't think she has to go in unless they have to do flowers. She has to do flowers, which is now I think all the flower shops are closed in the places where you get your flowers, so she may not be able to do that, so she'll get to stay home. I hate for her to have to even get out, but she's really not around anybody. She has her own little place where she does her flowers and stuff, but it just gets really scary, and so hopefully she won't have to get out no more. And I told her, I said, you just tell your bosses that your mama locked that door and she wouldn't let you out. But I want to get on and try to talk with y'all about a few things that I've been doing and show you some stuff I've been doing. And I have a few little treasures I'd like to share with you. So maybe we could just sit back and relax and just forget about everything for a while, and maybe I can entertain you for a few minutes. Sometimes I feel like I'm very boring. Don't you know? I don't have a really exciting life anyway. I'm a stay-at-home person most of the time. But you know, when my husband's off, we'd go out and eat or go shopping or something like that together. And we can't do that now. So I've been doing a lot of cooking at home. And I mean, cooking's okay, but I'm not crazy about it. Like, I mean, I do it because I have to, but I don't like it sometimes. I think it's the cleaning up afterwards that I really don't like. But you know, I showed y'all in my last video I had made this top, and I didn't have enough yarn, and I couldn't order it online because they said you could only get it in the stores. And so I didn't get my other sleeve done. I just had the one sleeve done on it. Well, I ordered from Michael's and had curbside service. So they brought my yarn out to me in my car. And so that was really nice. And then, of course, when I got home, I let it sit for a few days before I touched it, and I sprayed it with Lysol. So I hope it don't discolor it or nothing, but I sprayed all of it. But so I got me another ball of this, and I'm going to finish my sleeve. But before I figured out where I was going to get the yarn and everything, I made me another one out of Caron cakes. And I think this is called Silver or something. I can't remember now. And then this is, I think it's Roll With It Melange. So it come out really pretty. It's gray color, and then that, and it come out nice, I think. So I finished it. So now I'm going to start on my sleeve over there. I made that, and it fits me really good. But I also made me this that I'm wearing, and it's in the color Snapdragon, but it's by Loops and Threads. They're cotton colors, but this isn't the Snapdragon. I used almost all of it on this top. I think I took like one and almost two, not quite two of these to make my top, but I did the large, extra large, and they got 394 yards on it. But and now I've got to remember who it was, who the I'll link it in the description box down below this video of where I got it from. The tutorial. I can't talk, but it come out nice. I think come out pretty nice, and I love the neck of it. So yeah, it's a nice little, mostly triple crochet and single crochets and chains. And then I like the neckline. But so I made that, and I made me a mask by Bonnie Bay Crochet, the one that she just put out. And I made this with the Hobie cottons that I got. And she fixed it to where it has a pocket where you can get and cut like a cotton t-shirt or something. If you have an old t-shirt, or you know, cut it and fold it up, make it double, and put it in there, and it come out nice. So I made me a mask. And if anything, you know, they say these don't help, or these, you know, well, they don't help, but one thing, it will remind you to keep your hands away from your face, and if anything else. But when I ordered that yarn, I went on and got me some of this because I hadn't used it yet, and it's the Coastal Cotton by Loops and Threads, and this is the color Berry, and these have 204 yards on them. Now I got 4 of them. I don't know what I'm gonna make with it, but I thought it was pretty. And then I got me another bag from Ella on No Catchy Name, because she put this rooster bag on her shopping. I had to have it. because as y'all know, I love roosters. And look at it. Ain't it nice? I really like it. It's got fresh eggs and farmer's market and poultry and stuff wrote on it. Really, really nice with beautiful roosters on it. The inside's very nice, very well made as always. And we got the little pull tabs and her little tag. And then she has notion pouches with them, and her prices are really good. So I got a little notions pouch with it. So I'm starting me a collection of Ella at No Catchy Name. Start me a little collection of her bags because I love them. They're just the perfect size, and they come with a little pouch. So y'all check out Ella on No Catchy Name, and she's got the Etsy shop, and go check it out. She's got some nice little bags and patterns and things on there, and I really like Ella. I like everybody. I like all of y'all. I watched Dina this morning, and she was talking about how they've been coping with all this stuff and everything, and I enjoy when she gets her videos out too. All of y'all, I love to watch y'all, and y'all are my crochet friends and family. All of y'all, all of my not subby, I always say subscribers, but y'all are not my subscribers. Y'all are my yarny friends and my family. And I know I told y'all a long while back I might start sharing a few of my treasures with y'all. So I thought today, you know, ain't got nothing else to do or anything, and y'all might enjoy looking at a few of what I call treasures. Might not be treasures to you, but my treasures. And one of the things I want to show y'all is made by my dad. And he's in heaven now, but my dad was a crafter. He was a woodworker. He loved to do stuff. He loved to wood burn. He loved to paint. He loved to build stuff, and he was an electrical engineer for a radio station, and he lived where the towers were. He had a place he lived by the towers, and to keep the radio, and he lived there, and he kept the radio towers and stations and all that going, or whatever it is he did. But in the back he had a little crafting area that he did his crafts and things. And I remember when I was little and I'd go visiting, we would burn. I've got some is it those hobby those hobby something dolls that I can't think of them now. It's like when you get on here, you can't think of what you want to say. But anyway, I would burn some for my girls, and they turned out really nice. But he did this wood burning picture, and it's Jesus at the well. That is a lot of tiny details. I don't know if any of y'all wood burn before, but you gotta kind of be steady. And I just don't know how my dad did this, because I think he did have a little bit of a nervous shake to him sometimes. But I'm telling you, this is awesome. He did an awesome job. I mean, even the hair and all the stuff, the beards, just great detail. But that's what my dad did. He made that picture of Jesus at the well, and it's one of my most treasured pieces of work that I love it. And then he would burn this, and I don't know if where he got this picture from, if it was in Maine, a picture of somewhere in Maine or Alaska, but I don't know. I want to say Maine maybe. But it's a lobsterman's wharf, and like a little island thing. Island, got the little lighthouse and all. But look at all that detailed work on the roof. He did an awesome job. He was very, very talented. So, but he didn't crochet. So, but my mom did. So that's some more I want to show you of some things that my mom crocheted. Well, this one I want to show you. My mom started me an app again. She asked me what I wanted, what colors I wanted. Anyway, she got diagnosed with cancer and she became really sick, so she didn't get to finish making my afghan. But she had all the yarn and stuff, but she didn't really have a whole lot done on it. Maybe just about 20 rows. And so I took the yarn a while after she had passed, and I was sitting with my grandmother, that's her mom, and I started on the app again. I said, I'm gonna finish this app again. My mama started for me. And so my grandmother, she crocheted too, but she got to where she couldn't crochet anymore, so she enjoyed me crocheting and her watching me, and she would take my skeins of yarn and she would roll them in balls, because that's how my mom and my grandma did. They didn't pull it out of the skein or pull it off the side. They always took their yarn and made them into big balls. And so that's what she did with all the colors of mine. Is she sit there and we would watch The Young and the Restless. I don't know if y'all remember that or not, but I mean, you know that. I don't know if it's even still on, but we watched The Young and the Restless because that was her favorite show. And we would she would do the balls while I crocheted. So this afghan has got a little bit of me, well, quite a bit of me because I had to finish it, but it's got some of my mom in it and my grandma and me. So this is really a treasure to me. And my mom passed in my mom passed in May of 94, and then 5 months later, I think October the 8th or 9th, my grandmother passed. It might have been the 7th. Some 7th, 8th, or 9th. Anyway, my grandma passed just 5 months later. My mom and my grandmother lived together always. I've always known them to live together. And so when my mom passed, my grandmother, she was 89 when she passed. My mom was like 66 or 67. And so she kind of went downhill after my mom passed, but I just love this. This is just a treasure to me. And it's got all those pretty colors in there. And I finished it. And it's got my mom and me and my grandmother all rolled into one big comfy blanket that I absolutely love. And then my mom, she made this for my baby girl. Well, my youngest girl, the one that's living. I had 3 girls. My baby girl is in heaven, and then Niecy, now she's my baby. So my mom made this for Niecy when she was a baby. Ain't that pretty? All the pretty flowers. She put fringe on it. Mama was very good at crochet. And of course this has been, put up. We don't really use it much anymore, but Niecy used it a lot when she was little. And I think my brother's my ex-sister-in-law, I think she may have helped my mom make a little bit on this, but very nice. And then my mom, she made this afghan. And I really like it too. It's pretty. But it's like more like a lap throw maybe. I mean, it's pretty long, but it's not real wide. But like to throw over you on the couch or whatever. But I try not to really use them a whole lot because I don't want them to get worn or messed up. And my grandmother, she quilted. And she used to sew some of our clothes when we were little. And I remember little smock tops that used to be popular. But she made this quilt. And it's all, my sister told me this is all hand stitched. So I don't think she used the sewing machine. I think it's all hand stitched. But this is a quilt. that my grandmother made. I'm not going to open the whole thing up because it is kind of big. But look, ain't that pretty? Very pretty. I love looking at all the pretty fabrics on them. But ain't it nice? I really like it. So this is the treasure. So those are just a few of my treasures that I hold on to and love and cherish. So my grandmother sewed and she crocheted. And my mom crocheted, but she didn't sew. And then my dad, he wood burned, he painted, he built stuff. You know, we're still working on our floors in our living room, putting down new flooring and stuff. And as soon as I get my house back in shape and organized, maybe I can take you around my home and show you some of the things that my husband's made. My husband has built me a jewelry armoire thing. I designed it and he built it. And he's built quite a few pieces of the furniture we have in our home. And then some of the furniture, like one of the beds we got, don't laugh, but we got it at a dumpster. It was 2 twin beds, older beds. And some of the detailing and stuff on them was broke on one and not on the other. But he took both of the beds and put them together into one using the little pieces of stuff that was, you know, broken. He'd replaced with the other from the other bed or whatever. And it's beautiful. I love it. It's a twin size bed. And same thing with the another, it's like a dresser we got. He redid it. We used to love looking in the dumpsters and places, you know, for treasures, we call it. But we hadn't done that very much lately in a while. But he loves to build stuff. My husband's, he is very talented and very creative. And he's putting down that paper flooring in our living room. It's a paper floor. I think Lisa on Lisa's Crochet, I think she said she has a paper floor in her house. And but anyway, it's just like paper bags, brown paper bags, and my husband kind of tore them in different little design things and just glued them to the floor after he prepared the floor for it. And then he just put polyurethane over the top of them, and it looks like stone in there. It's really, really nice. So, and my living room was yellow, but with that darker floor, we decided to paint it white. And then he's putting this other stuff up on the walls. We have sheetrock in there now, but he's gonna put some stuff up that looks like wood, but it's gonna be white. And but maybe I can show that to y'all when we get it all finished and everything. Right now we have that big living room crammed into this middle room of our home that's like a little den. It's all the TV, the couch, the love seat, the recliner, the end tables, coffee tables, all that stuff's crammed into that one middle room, and it's just in the middle of the house, and it's just a mess. But I've learned, before I got to where I couldn't do, before I started having really, really bad back problems, I was a go-getter when it come to cleaning my home. I loved to clean my house, and I would clean it, and I'd clean it up just 2 days. But now I just can only do a little bit at a time, because any kind of stooping or flexion or bending that I do, it just grabs me in my back, and it just throbs, and it just hurts. And so like one day I might mop 2 or 3 rooms, and that's all I can do. After I get through, I have to get the heat and put it on my back and either lay down or sit down for a minute and hope and pray it gets eased up. But I had back surgery in 2007. I had a lumbar fusion, and they took the bone from my hip to put back in my lower back. So I call me the bionic woman, because I got screws and bolts and plates and whatever back there, rods. But I'm walking now. Before I had that done, it was just, I barely was walking. But between having the surgery and my medicine that I take, Lyrica, I wouldn't be able to walk. And if I miss my Lyrica, honey, I know about it because I can't hardly walk. Um, but I'm doing good. I don't mean to sound like I'm horrible because there are a lot of people worse off than I am. I'm just thankful I'm able to walk, even if it is just, you know, ever how much I can. But I hope y'all are all doing good, and I hope and pray that all this stuff will soon be over with. It's just so depressing, and you just worry so much, you know, because it's just a mess. And I mean, you know, like Christmas, we never would have thought all this would be going on just a few months down the road. They just goes to show you don't know from one day to the next what's going to be happening. And that's what I need to focus on, me, myself, because I don't need to worry about tomorrow. I just need to focus on today. But I always worry about what ifs, I guess you would say. And I'm trying really hard to work on that, not to worry so much, but it's just a struggle for me. And so I pray a lot about it, and I'm gonna get there to where I could really not worry about stuff. And I know God's in control, and I know He's gonna take care of everything. That I know that for a fact. But I just worry, and I shouldn't, because it just takes away now. Um, don't worry. That's what I try to tell myself. Don't worry. God's got this. You're going to be okay. And whatever happens, you know, just lean on the Lord. You'll get through it. Um, because we never know from one day to the next what we're going to be going through. And so we just have to pray for each other, and pray for the ones we know and the ones we love, and our families, our friends, and even people we don't know. Because Satan's out there and he's running wild and he's taking over a lot of people, but it just really makes me mad because they let him. Oh, it just makes me so mad. Sometimes I say if I could see that devil, I'd whop him, whop him, whop him. And you know, I'm not gonna let him get. I'm gonna fight that devil, honey. I'm gonna fight him to the end of my days. I'm not perfect by no means, and I sin all the time. I know I do. I probably do a lot of things wrong, and but I'm gonna fight that devil. I'm gonna fight him. As you know, like sometimes when something's like say happening or getting me all upset or something, I'm like, take a deep breath. Move back, devil. You're not going to make me upset. You're not going to make me all mad. You're not going to make me cry. You're not going to do that. I mean, it's a daily war, ain't it? Because he's out there and he's out there strongly. So we just have to tell him to back on up and back on out of here. Because we know God's going to take care of us no matter what. And on that note, I think I'm going to shut my yakety yak mouth. And I thank y'all for being with me for this little bit of while. And it's probably going to take me 3 or 4 hours to upload this video. I hope I didn't bore you. I hope you enjoyed the things that I showed you. I hope I didn't say a bunch of stupid stuff. Sometimes I get to yakking and yammering, and I don't know what I'll be saying, because I talk to myself a lot. And some things I probably just need to keep to myself. But I love y'all all so much, and I pray that you're all safe and your families are safe, and we just try to make the best of the situation and enjoy our times together at home. And maybe we could do crafting things. My family's not really crafting, but we're going to hopefully play Monopoly one night. And I bought a Golden Girls game for me and my daughter, my youngest daughter, to play, because she loves the Golden Girls and I do too, and my oldest daughter does too. But we need to play that game and see who knows the most of the questions. But you know, just have to think of fun things to do. But I want to thank everybody that's subscribed to my channel. I love y'all all so much, and I appreciate you so much. I just can't stress to say that enough. Y'all just really, really bless me so much. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to subscribe and become one of my friends, my yarny friends, or just a friend. You can't have too many friends. And at least, we got this. We can talk. We might not can go out and be around people and stuff because of what's going on. You've got to keep your distances and stuff, but we can come on here and keep each other company and talk about what's bothering us and talk about, we talk about the sad times we're having, the bad times we're having, the good times we're having. We can share all of our projects with each other and just sit and chat, have a good time. So leave me comments and let me know how you're doing. And because I love to hear from y'all. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up. I mentioned my way to the 1,000, which I really don't know what's going to happen when I get there. I think that's the next goal. So maybe I'll reach that 1,000 before too long, and I'll see what's going to come next. But I noticed a lot of people, YouTubers, have reached it already. Even some that's started their channels way after I did. But there's some talented people out there. There's some nice, sweet, good people out there, and they just have skyrocketed, and I am just so proud for them and thankful. Anytime that anybody does well, I appreciate. I'm glad. And I won't get there one of these days. But if I don't, I had fun just being on the journey there. And I can't believe I have as many of y'all watching me as I do, because like I said, I feel like I'm boring. Um, but y'all take care, and I hope to be back on again soon. Stay safe and well. Make sure you keep your hands washed and sanitized, and your hands away from your face, which is really hard for me because I'm constantly always messing with my face. But I love y'all. Y'all take care, and I'll see you soon.